Angry Birds. Article from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, at en.wikipedia.org. Angry Birds is a video game franchise created by Finnish computer game developer Rovio Entertainment. Inspired by Crush the Castle, the first video game in the series was initially released in December 2009 for Apple iOS. As of October 2010, 12 million copies of the game were purchased from the App Store. The company then released ports of the game for other touchscreen smartphone operating systems, including Android, Symbian, and Windows Phone. The franchise has since been expanded to include video game console and PC ports. Angry Birds has been praised for its successful combination of fun gameplay, comical style, and low price. Its popularity led to many spin-offs, versions of Angry Birds being created for PCs and gaming consoles, a market for merchandise featuring its characters, a televised cartoon series, and an upcoming feature film. In January 2014, there had been over 2 billion downloads across all platforms, including both regular and special editions. As of July 2015, the series games have been downloaded more than 3 billion times collectively, making it the most downloaded freemium game series of all time. The original Angry Birds has been called one of the most mainstream games out right now, one of the greatest runaway hits of 2010, and the largest mobile app success the world has seen so far. An animated feature film based on the series will be released by Columbia Pictures on May 20th, 2016, and the first main series sequel, Angry Birds 2, was released on July 30th, 2015. Section 1. Video Games. Year: December 2009. Game: Angry Birds. Genre: Puzzle. Description: the first game released of the series. It primarily involves shooting birds into pigs' fortresses. Year: October 2010. Game: Angry Birds Seasons. Genre: Puzzle. Description: the second game in the series, featuring holiday-themed levels. It was also originally released as Angry Birds Halloween. Year: March 2011. Game: Angry Birds Rio. Genre: Puzzle. Description: the third game in the series, tying in with the films Rio and Rio 2. Year: February 2012. Game: Angry Birds Friends. Genre: Puzzle. Description: the fourth game of the series features weekly tournaments and is also available on Facebook. Year: March 2012. Game: Angry Birds Space. Genre: Puzzle. Description: the fifth game in the series that features space physics. Year: November 2012. Game: Angry Birds Star Wars. Genre: Puzzle. Description: the sixth game that ties in with the original Star Wars trilogy. Year: September 2013. Game: Angry Birds Star Wars 2. Genre: Puzzle. Description: the seventh game of the series that ties in with the Star Wars prequel trilogy and the television show Star Wars Rebels. It is the first game compatible with Hasbro's Telepods that allows the player to summon a specific character in the game. Year: December 2013. Game: Angry Birds Go. Genre: Racing. Description: the 8th game of the series, and it is the first to branch off from the puzzle genre to the racing genre. Year: June 2014. Game: Angry Birds Epic. Genre: role-playing. Description: the 9th game of the series that features turn-based RPG combat and a gear and item crafting system. Year: October 2014. Game: Angry Birds Transformers. Genre: side-scrolling shooter. Description: the 10th game in the series, which ties in with the Transformers franchise, is a shoot-'em-up game. Year: June 2015. Game: Angry Birds Fight. Genre: tile matching, role-playing. Description: the 11th game of the series, which is a match 3 game to match birds to have enough power to defeat the enemy and features a gear system. Year: July 2015. Game: Angry Birds 2. Genre: puzzle. Description: this is the sequel to Angry Birds, and the 12th game of the series that features the player picking the birds to launch into the pigs' fortresses in multi-stage levels. Section 1.1 Spin-offs. Year: September 2012. Game: Bad Piggles. Genre: puzzle. Description: players must build vehicles to bring the pigs to their destinations. Year: September 2014. Game: Angry Birds Stella. Genre: puzzle. Description: reuses the original physics puzzle gameplay of Angry Birds, but with a cast of new birds. Year: March 2015. Game: Angry Birds Pop. Genre: tile matching. Description: was the 2nd game in the Stella series titled Angry Birds Stella Pop, where players must match bubbles to pop them and eventually must complete a given objective. On July 5, 2015, the Stella name was removed from the title and renamed to Angry Birds Pop. Section 1.2 Compilations. Year: 2012. Game: Angry Birds Trilogy. Genre: puzzle. Description: a compilation of the first 3 Angry Birds games, the original, Seasons, and Rio, for video game consoles. Section 2 Media. Rovio is investigating ways to expand the Angry Birds brand, including merchandise, television shows, and movies. Michael Head, CEO of Rovio Mobile, has envisioned a feature film in the stop-motion animation style of Aardman Animation. To that end, Rovio has purchased a Helsinki-based animation studio to prepare Angry Birds short cartoons on the Nicktoon station's Nickelodeon Extra, the first of which was a Christmas special named Wreck the Halls, that debuted in December 2011. Head acknowledges that such a film would be years away, and that Rovio must keep the characters relevant until then, by producing sequels or new ports of the original game.